Aloha mai kako, and welcome to the 2023 UH Mānoa Award Ceremony, celebrating the dedication, service, and leadership of our outstanding faculty, staff, and students committed to enhancing the university's mission of excellence. We're delighted to honor our 2023 awardees this afternoon. My name is Dan Meisenzahl, and I'm very honored to be your MC for this great event. At this time, I'd like to call on Kumu Tami Haileopua Baker, Associate Professor of Theater and Dance, and her students to offer an oli. All right, mahalo, Kumu Baker, and to your students, thank you so much. And by the way, Kumu Baker is also receiving an award this afternoon. It's going to be coming up in just a little bit. So we're pleased and honored to recognize several special guests and distinguished members of our local and university communities who are here today. So please stand as your name is called, and audience, please hold your applause to the end. First of all, joining us on stage, we have UH President David Lasner. From the UH Board of Regents, Chair Randy Moore, UH Mānoa Provost Michael Bruno, and US Congressman Ed Case. And joining us in our audience, we have State Representative Tricia LaChica and State Representative Elijah Perrick, and a number of our Mānoa campus and community leaders. Thank you all for being here today. Please, a big round of applause. We'd also like to recognize the hardworking award selection committees who had a difficult task of selecting today's outstanding recipients. Mahalo for your dedication and commitment. How about a round of applause for everyone? We also want to recognize our sign language interpreters today, Anela Poipoi and Michelle Morris. Today's ceremony is being live streamed on the UH Mānoa website and also will be posted there for future viewing. And now I'd like to call up to the podium, our first speaker this afternoon, U.S. Representative Ed Case.
Mr. President, Mr. Chair, Mr. Provost, family, friends, and colleagues, but especially all of our incredible awardees up there. You look so good from where I'm sitting here. Really fantastic. Good afternoon and aloha to everybody. I'm really honored to join you this afternoon. I just got off a plane day before yesterday from D.C., a brief period of time home to get out and spend time with you, and I'm really happy to be here at the University of Hawaii Manoa today. And I'll keep these remarks brief because you know that old saying about getting in between somebody's lunch and a speech, and I'm sure that's true for our awardees. But you know, what it an exciting time right now for the University of Hawaii overall and for the University of Hawaii Mānoa. We look at advancement and recognition on really so many fronts. It's hard to keep up sometimes with everything that it is happening. You know, from educating our own right here in Hawaii to our country and our world, to rebuilding the indigenous foundations of our Hawaii, advancing the arts and sciences on so many fronts, and leading the world in areas that the world really needs leadership in. I think of the Indo-Pacific, for example, providing a solid educational foundation for our state and for our country, and taking care and touching each and all of us in Hawaii in some way, shape, or form. I was reflecting on the way here today that in my own case, for example, 3 generations of my family, and maybe a 4th, I was trying to remember, have now been educated at the University of Hawaii. And I was really honored a few years ago to be here where you're sitting out there in the audience as my own daughter received one of the awards that you're giving out here today. So that was really exciting. And of course, this is great accomplishment for an institution, but it doesn't happen at the institutional level. It happens at the individual level in many ways, shapes, or forms. And we see that today with our awardees. And I look at the awardee group here today, and I read these awards, and you'll hear about them. Such incredible diversity in the awardees, backgrounds, educations, interests, where they contribute to this great institution, how they have gotten here, and how they have gone about their lives and their careers and made their difference. But there's one factor that unifies each and all of them, a factor that in many ways is very elusive, and that is, of course, excellence, because they are being rewarded for excellence. And sometimes excellence is hard to put your finger on. You aren't quite sure what it means. You can't really learn about it in a book, but you sure know it when you see it. It's certainly not something that's a learned vocation. It's not something that you can open up a book and say, well, this is what excellence is, and if I just follow these 10 steps, I'll get to excellence. But it's an overall approach. It's really a way of life. It's something that you internalize and practice every single day. And that's what Michael Jordan said at one point, because, of course, he embodied excellence. He said excellence is not a 1 week or 1 year ideal. It is constant. And finally, and I think this is particularly true with the University of Hawaii or with any great institution with excellent people, excellence is contagious. Excellence breeds excellence. Excellence breeds other people to strive for their best, for their own excellence, and it creates a critical mass for an excellent overall institution. And that's what your awardees today are. They are people that have truly excelled, but they've also done their excellence in service to this institution and to this state. And so, not just the awardees today, not just you that are joining as friends and families and colleagues, not just us recognize them for that excellence and for their contributions, but your entire state congratulates you and thanks you for your constant and contagious excellence. Thank you so much.
Mahalo, Congressman Case. And now it's my pleasure to call Regent Chair Randy Moore to the podium.
Thank you, Dan, and welcome to all. It is customary at events like this to congratulate the honorees for their achievements that are being recognized. And while congratulations are certainly in order, perhaps it is our thanks that are more important and more significant. There's one thing that all of you who are being recognized today have in common. You are fulfilling a responsibility articulated by Michelle Obama, who said, we've got a responsibility to live up to the legacy of those who came before us by doing all that we can to help those who come after us. Thanks for helping to make the University of Hawaii at Mānoa the truly excellent institution that it is. Thanks for your support of our students, and thanks for your support of each other. I'm particularly delighted to be here today because my kumu, who taught me Hawaiian 201 and 202 until COVID sent us to the outer space. And I told him, really, I would like to nominate you for this award. He says, no, this is much better teachers. But I'm pleased that the committee recognized him, and if he is recognized, the rest of you must be at least as good, which is truly outstanding. My best wishes for your continued success. Mahalo.
Thank you, Chair Moore. Chair, how long have you been on the Board of Regents now? How many years has it been? Too many. Chair Moore is actually ending his term on the Regents. How about a big round of applause for his service to the University of Hawaii? And now I'd like to call up to the podium UH President David Lasner.
Aloha, mahalo Dan, mahalo Rep Case, Chair Randy. It's such a pleasure to be here today as we honor 30 of our best, our faculty, staff, and students who work every day to make this campus great, together with families. I know they will be thanking you afterward, if not beforehand, for all you've done to help them sit there today. Colleagues, friends, even bosses, you're all here. It's wonderful to have this gathering. So today, thank you, especially to you, and I agree with Congressman Case. You look great. And it's our pleasure to really have this opportunity to honor you and to recognize you, and as Randy said, to thank you. It's your diligence, your work, your tenacity, especially over these past few years, and your dedication to UH Mānoa, but to our community and our students and your colleagues, and our community that we're all here for, that benefit from all that you have been doing. These recipients represent every sector of this incredibly diverse institution. We'll be honoring academic and research excellence, student success, administrative operations, campus maintenance. In all of these areas, these are the inspirational achievements that make this place what it is. And as we're working to strive to provide a rigorous and meaningful learning experience for all of our students, it takes this campus-wide team of dedicated faculty, advisors, and staff to help prepare graduates who are going to, as Randy said, leave this place better than we all found it for those who follow. The exceptional work our awardees have put in every day in their respective areas helps make this flagship campus of the University of Hawaii a shining example of excellence for the entire state and frankly for the nation and the world. So I encourage you to check out what they have accomplished. I'm just going to read off a few of the highlights and the reasons that the selection committee, who did such great work combing through the nominations, selected these individuals to be honored this year. One was serving as the emotional support system for chairs and departmental teams for decades, which has made an impact in workplace culture through sincerity and a genuine, caring approach to work and personal matters throughout the unit. One student reflected on a field supervisor who gives so much support and makes me feel I'm not alone through my journey to become a teacher. And I hope one day I'll be able to do the same for future generations. One for helping to discover the first interstellar object in space, along with billions of new galaxies providing clues to the large-scale structure of the universe. Another for successful efforts in creating reusable mulch over the years that resulted in millions of gallons and financial savings of over $500,000 a year to support the larger landscaping departmental goals for the campus. And finally, leading a significant curriculum revision to ground incoming graduate students with an understanding of working as marine biologists within the Hawaiian culture. So many more. Our UH News team has published short bios of each and every one of our recipients, and you can check that out on the Manoa Awards website. And so finally, to our awardees, please enjoy this triumphant moment. And you can reflect on the hard work and dedication that you've poured into your practices to get you here today. We mahalo you for your performance, for all it has done for UH Manoa, for our students, for the community, and as Congressman Kay said, for enhancing our commitment to excellence and helping make it contagious. So to all who made today possible, mahalo, and this is a great place, and I couldn't be happier and prouder. Well, maybe on graduation day, that's a pretty happy and proud day also, but this is pretty good too. Mahalo and congratulations to all of you.
All right, mahalo, President Lasner. Now, the awards presented today represent UH Manoa's commitment to excellence in teaching, leadership, and research. And President Lasner, Regent Moore, Provost Bruno, and Congressman Case will be presenting the awards. Shall we get started, everybody? Are you guys ready for this? The awardees are ready? All right, let's do this. All right, our first awards are the Board of Regents Medals for Excellence in Teaching. This award honors faculty members who exhibit an extraordinary level of subject mastery and scholarship, teaching effectiveness and creativity, and personal values that benefit students. And the recipients are, our first recipient, Rosanna Anolani Aligado, Associate Professor of Oceanography in the School of Ocean and Earth Science and Technology. Aligado's work involves meaningful academic collaborations and partnerships with indigenous communities. She led SOAS's significant curriculum revision towards requiring an immersive course to ground all incoming graduate students in an understanding of working as marine biologists within Hawaiian culture. Its success has been recognized by the National Science Foundation with multi-year funding to foreground indigenous knowledge, practices and values, and to transform and indigenize higher education in STEM. How about a big round of applause for Rosie Aligado. Our next recipient is Tammy Haileopua Baker, Associate Professor of Theater and Dance in the College of Arts, Languages, and Letters. A steward of indigenous knowledge, she fulfilled that kuleana by building the Hawaiian Theater Program, the only one of its kind focused primarily on performance. A colleague, who's also been her student in a Hawaiian language class, views the experience of acting in her productions as a master class in pedagogy. Baker is internationally recognized and the first from Hawaii to receive the Kennedy Center Medallion of Excellence. Congratulations to Kumu Baker. Our next recipient, Richard Chen, Associate Professor of the William S. Richardson School of Law. Chen's teaching practice is a model for the students as future lawyers who listen, learn, and improve throughout their careers. A cohort of 19 evening students signed a letter of support for their professor stating, quote, collectively, they hope that our endorsement can begin to illuminate our appreciation of his talents as an educator and the positive impact he made during the formative stages of our legal education. Big round of applause for Professor Chen. Our next recipient, Monica Labriola, Assistant Professor of History in the College of Arts, Languages, and Letters. Labriola's work focuses on engaging yet challenging approaches to the area of Pacific studies while touching lives beyond the academic community. Her guidance and vision on the development of resources in this area is praised by a colleague who said that Labriola's editorship of the publication Teaching Oceania has impacted education across Hawaii, the Pacific, nationally, and internationally. Big round of applause for Professor Labriola. Our next recipient, Summer Puanani Mauna Kea, Assistant Professor in Curriculum Studies in the College of Education. A colleague described Mauna Kea's teaching as expertly weaving place-based teaching and learning, Aina-based education and stewardship, and indigenous epistemology and practice. She holds herself to high expectations as a teacher. A student reflected, "For me, this is what love looks like in education. The love and community that she cultivates in the classroom supports immense intellectual experimentation and risk-taking. I am immensely grateful for her teaching." A big round of applause for Professor Mauna Kea. Our next recipient, Alexander Stokes, Assistant Professor of Cell and Molecular Biology from the John A. Burns School of Medicine. Unfortunately, Alexander is unable to be here today, but accepting on Professor Stokes' behalf is their wife, Helen Turner. Stokes developed a toolkit for inclusive pedagogy reflecting underrepresented, predominantly female, low-income, first-generation students in undergraduate classes. A student said, "Professor Stokes utilizes a cutting-edge hybrid teaching style that unlocks students' intellectual potential by acting as a conductor of a symphony and a collaborative learning orchestra. I was imbued with a passion and was inspired to further academic pursuits." A big round of applause for Professor Stokes, and thank you for being here, Helen. Congratulations to all the recipients of the Board of Regents Medals for Excellence in Teaching. The creation of new knowledge and research is as important as teaching. The Regents Medal for Excellence in Research recognizes faculty members whose scholarly contributions expand the boundaries of knowledge and enrich the lives of students and the community. The honorees are Kenneth Chambers, astronomer at the Institute for Astronomy. As the founding director of the Panoramic Survey Telescope and Rapid Response System, also known as PanSTARRS, on Haleakala, he and his team have had a huge impact on astronomy with discoveries from the solar system to the cosmology, including thousands of near-Earth asteroids, hundreds of Kuiper Belt objects, dozens of comets, and Oumuamua, the first interstellar object scientists have tracked. A big round of applause for Professor Chambers. Our next honoree is Shadia Habal, astronomer and faculty chair in the Institute for Astronomy. Best known for her seminal contributions to the field of solar and heliospheric physics, Habal is recognized for her academic insight to capitalize on the unique observing opportunities available during total solar eclipses. She established the Solar Wind Sherpas, the largest international team to carry out eclipse observations. They have made game-changing discoveries by unraveling how the solar wind originates through the corona from sources at 1.2 million degrees. Big round of applause, please, for Professor Habal. And our last honoree in this category, Jeffrey Drazen, professor of oceanography in the School of Ocean and Science, Earth and Technology. Unfortunately, Professor Drazen is on a research expedition and unable to join us today. But internationally recognized for his research on food webs and communities in the open ocean and deep sea, his work has helped elucidate the energetic strategies of deep sea fishes, identified important pathways in deep sea food webs, and explored the ecology of the Habel Trenches, the deepest ecosystem on Earth. His research has helped evaluate the environmental risk of deep sea mining, a topic of critical interest as many look to the ocean to supply battery metals needed for the green transition. He might not be here, but let's make his ears buzz. Let's applause. Congratulations to Professor Drazen. And congratulations to all of our recipients of the Board of Regents Medals for Excellence in Research. The Francis Davis Award for Excellence in Undergraduate Teaching recognizes dedication and demonstrated excellence as teachers of undergraduate students for a faculty and graduate assistant. This award was established as a memorial to late Francis Davis, who taught mathematics at Leeward Community College and at UH Mānoa for 19 years. Our faculty recipient is Kalikoaloha Martin, instructor for Hawaiian language in the Hawaii Nuakea School of Hawaiian Knowledge. Martin encourages students and faculty colleagues pursuing Hawaiian language proficiency to get uncomfortable with trying out their olelo until they get comfortable. Through this practice, he realized that unbeknownst to me, collectively stepping outside of their comfort zone, students depend on one another, deepen their friendships with their classmates, and foster rapport that is unbreakable. A student wrote, "As a leader, Kumu's great strength is his ability to empower others to lead." A big round of applause for Professor Martin. Our Francis Davis Award for Excellence in Undergraduate Teaching for a Graduate Teaching Assistant goes to Mansa Sustarsik, a PhD candidate in Educational Foundations from the College of Education. Sustarsik strives to create a classroom environment inclusive of a diverse group of learners who each contribute to their intellectual growth and cultural sensitivity with unique experiences and perspectives. After taking her class, students expressed that they felt one step closer to becoming the teachers they want to be. They appreciate her passion for education and her ability to make complex topics engaging. A big round of applause for Mansa Sustarsik. And congratulations to all of our Francis Davis awardees. The Robert W. Clompton Award for Distinguished Community Service recognizes the faculty member for playing a socially significant role by applying intellectual leadership and academic expertise to the improvement of the community. The award was established as a memorial to longtime Manoa College of Education professor Robert Clompton. The first award was presented in 1977. And today we congratulate Chet Young Lung, professor of music in the College of Arts, Languages, and Letters. Lung's career had been focused on educating and inspiring generations of young students and music educators through teaching and mentoring, as well as through spearheading of multiple initiatives. Lung's creation of innovative resources on multicultural music education with an emphasis on Asian and Pan-Pacific materials contributes to the promotion of culturally responsive teaching and learning and extends her influence beyond the classrooms of the university. Congratulations to Professor Lung. The Presidential Citation for Meritorious Teaching recognizes faculty members who have made significant contributions to teaching and student learning. Our awardees are Mary Shin Kim, Associate Professor of Korean Linguistics in the College of Arts, Languages, and Letters. Kim designs courses to fulfill students' intellectual interests and passions and provides professional training for future employment and careers. A colleague reported that because her research and teaching are so intimate and effectively integrated, she must be one of the most prolific researchers in the department, possibly in the college. Congratulations to Professor Kim. Our next awardee is Hannah Han Nguyen, Associate Professor of Management in the Scheidler College of Business. Nguyen holds two concepts at the heart of her teaching: transference of learning outcomes in real-life settings and collaboration and team citizenship. Her team-based classroom environment also allows undergraduate students to learn from both her and their peers through formal and informal class exchanges and ensures that students have an opportunity to take ownership of their knowledge acquisition and application. A big round of applause for Professor Nguyen. Our next awardee is Kevin Newt, professor in the School of Architecture. Described as embodying an encyclopedic knowledge of architecture, Newt encourages students to develop an approach to design inclusive of related disciplines through collaborative teaching. A colleague observed his classroom as open-ended and informal, creating a sense that he is speaking with students rather than to or at them. Congratulations, Professor Newt. Our next awardee is Jason Parba, instructor of Filipino language and culture in the College of Arts, Languages, and Letters. Parba takes a critical stance in teaching Filipino language and culture. A former student praised him as a true language teacher, one who not only knows the language, but is trained in the theories and methodologies of language acquisition, saying, "Under his tutelage, I felt the pace of my progress increasing rapidly." Congratulations, Professor Parba. Our next awardee is Tyler Ray, Assistant Professor of Mechanical Engineering in the College of Engineering. Ray reflects on the immense challenges faced by students in his field, including clean water, energy production, and healthcare, and the necessity to devise transformative solutions through the integration of diverse and interdisciplinary concepts and perspectives. Ray's training in design thinking follows a practice of failing fast, encouraging creative problem solving through safe failure, followed by rapid iteration on ideas and ultimately achieving success. Congratulations to Professor Ray. Our next awardee is Jamie Simpson Steele, professor in the elementary program in the Institute for Teaching Education at the College of Education. Steele teaches through engagement and aesthetic experiences by creating, performing, and responding to the arts. Her students, teacher candidates in field courses in classroom settings, are guided in K-6 pedagogy while exploring their own teaching practices. A colleague wrote that Steele infuses her course with a level of creativity that makes learning enjoyable for the teacher candidates as they learn the high-leverage effective teaching strategies that we model. Congratulations to Professor Steele. And congratulations to all of our Presidential Citation for Meritorious Teaching recipients. The Presidential Award for Outstanding Service recognizes 4 staff members at UH Mānoa: a building and grounds management employee, a civil service employee, an administrative, professional, and technical employee, and a faculty specialist employee. These individuals demonstrate outstanding work performance, service, and leadership. Our honorees are Maggie McGahee, University Scheduler in the Office of the Vice President of Academic Excellence. Maggie works with 80+ departments to build 3,000+ course sections each semester to assign classrooms and build the schedule based on a myriad of criteria and changing needs. Called Maggie the Magnificent, she had the unprecedented challenge of creating course schedules for the faculty and students during the pandemic, dealing with evolving CDC recommendations and UH policy updates. How about a big round of applause for Maggie the Magnificent? All right, our next honoree is Elaine Nakahashi, Secretary in the Department of Anthropology, College of Social Sciences. With 40 years of service, Nakahashi's loyalty, cheerful personality, and encyclopedic knowledge has built a continuity of excellence and allowed the department to navigate change. She has been described as the emotional support system for chairs and departmental teams, making a huge difference in the workplace culture by her sincere and genuine approach to work and personal matters. Congratulations to Elaine. Our next honoree is Thomas Susumoto, a junior specialist with the Manoa Career Center. Susumoto's assistance to students over the years includes teaching them how to develop resumes and cover letters, assisting with CVs and personal statements, guiding them through internships and job searches, preparing them for interviews, and helping them plan for graduate school. Susumoto has impacted the lives of students and alumni in a lasting and meaningful way. Congratulations to Thomas. Our next honoree is Sunny Ugaitafa, Equipment Operator and Campus Operations. Unfortunately, Sunny is not able to be here today, but let me tell you, he has 35 years of service that is recognized by his exceptional efforts in making the campus 100% sustainable by processing all green waste into mulch. His expertise on the forestry tub grinder has allowed the campus to go from 30% of green waste in 2010 to 70% in 2017 to now 100% reusable mulch, resulting in a financial savings of $500,000 a year for the landscaping department. Big round of applause for Sunny. And congratulations to all the recipients of the Presidential Award for Outstanding Service. The Dr. Amy Agbayani Faculty Diversity Enchantment Award was established by the Commission on Inclusion and Diversity and recognizes a faculty member who has demonstrated an ongoing commitment to enhancing diversity. And our winner this year is Winona Lee, Associate Professor and Director of the Imi Ho'oloa Postbachelor Program at the John A. Burns School of Medicine. Her journey as a first-generation Native Hawaiian and Filipino college student to become a primary care pediatrician, teacher, and mentor fuels her passion to expand and sustain diverse and inclusive programs that offer high-quality education, disseminate critical research, and provide mentoring for underrepresented and disadvantaged student populations. She has garnered $16 million in extramural funding to support diversity, equity, and inclusion at the medical school. Congratulations to Professor Lee. The Peter V. Garrod Distinguished Graduate Mentoring Award was established by the Graduate Division in 2005 and allows graduate students to nominate faculty for excellent mentoring, one of the foundations of outstanding graduate education. And the recipient of the award this year is Catherine Braun, Professor of Public Health in the Thompson School of Social Work and Public Health. Braun has mentored more than 100 doctoral students across the campus since joining the graduate faculty in the 1990s and has served as a graduate chair of the PhD in Public Health program since 2008. Braun has a long history of mentoring students and faculty through several federally funded center grants, including the Imihala Native Hawaiian Cancer Network and UH's PICO Center for Translational Research. Congratulations to Professor Braun. And now, our Outstanding Academic Advisor of the Year Awards. The Council of Academic Advisors Pakela Award is given to an outstanding individual academic advisor for their demonstrated excellence and innovation in advising, and has made a significant contribution to the advising community. And the Pakela Award this year goes to Siobhan Nidonaka, Academic Advisor for the UH Mānoa Program. Siobhan advises, teaches, and mentors, and is also a journal editor, engages with curriculum and program development and recruitment. Key signatures of her work include student-centered advising, teaching pedagogy, ethics of care, LGBTQIA+ advocacy, active commitment to a Native Hawaiian place of learning, and faculty collaboration with colleagues locally, nationally, and internationally. Congratulations to Siobhan. Created in 2020, the Faculty Award for Excellence in Mentoring Undergraduate Research and Creative Work is presented by the Undergraduate Research Opportunities Program in the Office of the Vice Provost for Research and Scholarship. The award recognizes 2 tenured or tenure-track faculty mentors who have shown dedication and sustained excellence in faculty mentoring of undergraduate students in their research and creative work endeavors. And our winners are Wendy Kawabata, Professor of Art in the College of Arts, Languages, and Letters. Big round of applause for Wendy. Along with her own experiences, she brings a desire to offer each student the appropriate practical and theoretical tools they will need in order to continue their education beyond their time at the University of Hawaii. One student wrote, "Wendy has high standards and are not beyond the reach of the students. Under her guidance, I have grown as an artist and a person." Congratulations to Professor Kawabata. Our next award recipient, Craig Nelson, Associate Researcher of Oceanography in the School of Ocean and Earth, Science and Technology. Nelson is actively involved in promoting undergraduate research programs at UH Mānoa, including mentoring diverse student projects and serving on steering committees of the Global Environmental Science Program and the Undergraduate Research Opportunities Council. His students work on many projects serving the state, including coastal water pollution and the Red Hill water crisis. Congratulations, Professor, and congratulations to our Faculty Award for Excellence Mentoring Undergraduate Research and Creative Work winners. The Student Excellence in Research Award is awarded by the Office of the Vice Provost for Research and Scholarship in recognition of outstanding scholarly research endeavors by students while they pursue a degree at the doctoral, master's, or bachelor's level. And our recipients are Jason Hinkle, a PhD candidate in the Institute for Astronomy. Since joining the graduate program in 2019, Hinkle's research has covered a range of topics studying the various ways that supermassive black holes at the center of galaxies feed and grow. He has 10 first-authored publications submitted or published, including a single author paper. His research earned him an ARC Scholar Award in 2022. Congratulations, Jason Hinkle. Our next recipient is Sherry Hsu, a PhD candidate in mechanical engineering in the College of Engineering. Hsu's dissertation research is focused on developing novel experimental methods of studying the biophysical mechanisms responsible for the stability of tear film. Disturbance of tear film leads to dry eye disease, which affects up to 30% of the world's population. To date, Hsu has published 12 peer-reviewed journal papers. Her research won her the College of Engineering's Outstanding PhD Student Award in 2022. Congratulations, Sherry, and congratulations to our student researchers. Our final award this afternoon, the Student Employee of the Year Award, which was created in 1986 by the Manoa Career Center and recognizes the achievements and contributions of a student employee, or student employees rather, at UH Mānoa. And our winner is Binaros Kacho, a special programs coordinator in the Office of Enrollment Management, who is unable to join us today, unfortunately. You can still cheer, though. She is a senior double majoring economics and psychology and will be graduating in the spring and has made significant improvements to admission services for potential students and their families. She has a publicly available chatbot, veterans benefits. Her work on these projects, data analysis, and making recommendations for improvement has greatly impacted the entire university community. A big round of applause for Kacho. And this concludes our award ceremony. We're proud of the achievements of our awardees. Please join us in one more round of applause for everybody that's up here. On behalf of President Lasner and Provost Bruno and Chair Moore, thank you for joining us today to honor the dedication, excellence, and service of our faculty, staff, and student award recipients. Thank you so much for being here. Aloha.